Cheer up there, Oliver. It ain't such a bad life here. We'll make a thief out of you yet.
You're one, are you not?
I'd scorn to be anything else. So's Charlie, so's Fagin, so's Sikes, so's Nancy, so's Beth. We all are, down to the dog. Bullseyes are down east to the lot, at least given to Peachin. He wouldn't so much as bark in a witness box for fear of committing himself.
I wouldn't either.
Pick yourself under Fagin, Oliver. You'll make a fortune.
I don't like it. I wish they'd let me go.
Fagin would rather not. You've been brought up bad. Fagin will make something out of you, or you'll be the first to turn out unprofitable.
Dodger, Oliver, my favourite boys.
I thought I was your only favourite, Nancy. You ruined me.
There'll always be a little room in my heart for Oliver, but you should always have first place, Dodger.
That's all right then. What's a doing, eh, Nancy?
I tell you what, I've had a bit of fortune and come into a bit of money,
Oh, there's a nice piece of luck.
and I've a mind to share a piece with you boys. Here, Dodger, why don't you go and get some of those nice buns for a treat? Those with proper icing on, I mean.
For real? Not half. Mind, I'm supposed to be watching Oliver, making sure no harm comes his way, if you see what I mean.
I shall watch him. Dodger, don't you fret now.
And what if Bill finds I ain't watching as I should be?
He'll say, thank you for the backing that you're going to dine with that, and get Bullseye bone along.
You'll not say no to that. The Apple Dodger will oblige. I'll be back before you know it.
He will. Quick now, Oliver.
What do you mean, Nancy?
I mean, I'm going to hand you over to your real friends. Come on.
I don't know. You shouldn't. You might be lying now.
I'm not. Oliver, I'm sorry for what I did, but come on, please.
I don't know.
Please.
Going for a little stroll, are you, Nancy? With the boy?
I thought some fresh air might do him good, Bill. He looks a little pinky.
No, Nancy. It's okay. But you can leave the boy's care to us. Bill was just going to take you for a walk up the country himself, weren't you, Bill?
I was Fagin. Nice little stroll in the country. All settling up nicely. Yeah.
What are you planning, you two? Nothing to hurt the boy, eh?
As I've said before, we have nothing but the boy's welfare in mind.
And whose welfare do you have in mind, Dodger? Get those buns, did you?
Well, I was about to when I thought I'd ask Fagin if he wanted anything while I was about it.
And
I
then,
was worried that Bill would be concerned about leaving you alone with the boy. A great responsibility.
Then I'll have my money back, please, Dodger.
I have the money, don't you worry, Nancy. And once I've had my backing, and Bullseye's had his bone, maybe there'll be some left for buns. But not until our little trip to the country. Now get, if you know what's good for you.
Just don't harm the boy. Please don't harm the boy.
I will if you don't get out of my sight.
Now then, Dodger, will you sending that gentleman was waiting outside?
Gentlemen, why, it's only that old fellow monks.
Just the same. And then you can retire for the evening.
May I?
You may.
Don't worry, I'm going.
And no listening of doors, neither.
Why not? I've learned a great many things to my benefit that way.
Not you, the Dodger. Anyway, tell us more about this house you've been casing.
What house?
A nice house, Oliver. Very pretty. Up by Chertsey. You and Bill are going to take a look at it.
I've been watching the place a while. It's full of silver, in nice bottle plates and knives and spoons. It's a chicken ripe for plucking.
And how come you ain't doing it?
I ain't got your skill, Sikes. I just want a little finder's fee. And I want you to use the boy.
Me? Why me? I won't do it.
Well, I says you will. How comes it's got to be Oliver anyway?
Because I want it to be. And because the only way you can get in is through a window that's too small for you, Sikes. Or for Dodger or Charlie. Oliver there is just right for that window.
Yes, it suits you. It suits you, monks. It suits you. And it suits me.
It suits Oliver, eh? When?
Tonight, there's no moon.
And let's get to it. Bullseye, with me. You too, boy.
Now, Oliver, Take heed of Mr. Sikes, take heed, for he is a rough man and thinks nothing of blood when his own is up. Whatever falls out, say nothing, and do as he bids you.
Oh, he will, won't you, Oliver Twist? Go on, boy, through that window. I can't lift you any higher.
I'm not trying to reach it, sir.
Well, I think you can. Go on.
Ow!
Hush, boy. Come on. Get that door open.
I can't find the door, sir.
Oh, hush, boy, hush. Come to my voice. Hang on. Come this way.
I found the door, sir.
Get it open then.
It won't open, sir.
Oh, damn it, boy. Is there a bolt?
Yes, sir, but I can't reach it.
Then stand on a chair. Be quick about it. You done it?
Yes, sir.
Then step away from the door and move the chair. Done it?
Yes.
Took him time. Right. You stay and watch. While I have to look for that silver.
I don't think in the house, sir.
They are asleep upstairs. And if you wake them up, it'll be the last noise you make, alright? Now.
Who's down there? Is somebody down there? Harry, has that cat got in again?
Meow!
Harry, it's that cat again. Shoo it down. Harry, there's somebody down there, burglars.
Stay where you are, Mother. I'll get the gun.
Oh, Harry, do be careful. Rose, get alive. Coming up.
Get out of it, boy! We're blown! Get out of it!
Harry! Is Harry shot? Have the burglars done for him?
No, thank the Lord he's safe. I think it was he who shot the gun.
I'm here, Mother. I've shot.
One of the burglars.
No, a small boy. Good God, I think I've killed him.
Oh. Harry, what news? What news is he?
No, it's all right. It's all right, Mother. The doctor says he will live. The shot came out easily, and now that his fever is abating, Dr. Losburn says there's every chance he will recover.
Oh, that is good. I know he was with the burglars, but he's such a little boy. And when I saw his innocent face as you carried him in, I could not believe he was with them by choice.
Rose is tending to him now, and has not left him this 3 days. She's such a kind girl.
She is. I think you are fond of her.
Never mind that, Mother. She says that in his fever he kept saying, "Please don't make me. I too am convinced this boy is innocent."
When he's recovered, inquiries must be made about him.
As to that, there was something else curious to relate. The doctor said he couldn't be sure, but that he might have tended to the boy before.
At the workhouse, no doubt, judging by the poor boy's rags.
Perhaps, although the doctor mentioned Pentonville, it's a mystery only the boy can unravel. Should he go to the workhouse, do you think?
Nonsense! He must stay here. We can nurse him very well. And there is something about his face that seems so familiar.
Yes, it's just fancy, I'm sure. I was watching Rose tend to him.
And you do spend a great deal of time watching Rose, my boy. Well, she's not really your cousin, though she calls me aunt. Just the daughter of a dear departed friend. Her story is so sad. When her elder sister ran away under the shadow of some scandal, it broke her father's heart, and left poor Rose without any kin that might have claimed her. And yet she's totally innocent, just like that little boy.
Aye, very alike. And just like Rose, when this boy is recovered, you will take him in and look after him?
Do you think this weakness in me, son?
Of course not, Mother. I know it is virtue in you too. Here he is, Mother. This is Mrs. Maylie, child. She's been most anxious to meet you.
Indeed I have. How are you feeling now, boy?
A little sore in my leg, Mum, but a great deal better than I was.
That is very good to hear, my boy.
Now, Mum, that I am better and I go to prison.
Bless you, no. At least I hope not us.
My dear love, do you think I would harm a hair of his head?
Oh, no, I'm sure.
My days are drawing to their close, and when they come to an end, I hope that mercy may be shown to me as I show it to others. Besides, the doctor assures me he finds no evil in the boy.
Indeed not, Mum. Oh, he's so gentle and grateful for our care.
I am indeed, Mum, miss.
I trust you've forgiven me for that rogue shot earlier, young man. I was aiming for the other man, and I'm not convinced he didn't get a share of it.
Who was he, boy? And who are you? What is your name, child? Tell us that first, and then all your history.
I am Ultra Twist, Mum, but as to my history, may I beg a favour?
A favour, Oliver? What would that be?
The man who took me away from the house wasn't my real friend. He stole me from my real one, and ever since I felt so bad that they seemed badly at me. I'd be so very grateful if you could send word to them that I did not leave by choice.
I'll send the message myself. Do you have the address?
Not exactly, but somewhere in Pentonville.
Pentonville?
Hush, Harry. Do you know the name of your friend at least?
Yes, Ma, Mr. Brownlow.
Brownlow. Did you say Brownlow?
Yes, Mum, may I say his name wrong?
Not at all, child. Harry knows where Mr. Brownlow lives, for he's a friend of the family. It is fate, I am sure, which has led you to us.
Oh, is this the boy that he's been worrying over, Aunt?
I'm sure of it. Harry, quickly fetch Mr. Brownlow at once. Oliver must stay here until he's fully recovered, and then we'll be able to reunite him with our mutual friend.
I will go now with great pleasure.
Oh, what's the matter?
Very serious matter, Mom. Mrs. Maylie, is it?
It is. And may I ask why you enter my house without an invitation?
I'm begging your pardon, Mom. I was informed that attempted burglary had taken place here several days ago. It wasn't reported through the official channels, merely reached us through rumour.
Indeed. And what else does the rumour say?
Well, the doctor said...
I see. Dr. Losburn will have a piece of my mind when I see him. What did he say?
Well, that during the attempt, a child was used by the miscreants, and that the child, a ragged urchin by all accounts, was shot while escaping.
Well, the gun just sort of went off, you see.
And furthermore, that the villain is still on the premises, being cared for.
Villain, he certainly is not.
Oh, no, Mark, I wasn't referring to your little lad there. Good-looking boy, that. You can see he gets his looks from you.
I'm not sure what you mean, officer. There's no other boy here.
Then my information must be faulty.
Wait, sir, I do not want these kind of people to lie for me. I was with the burglars and should be taken away to prison, I think.
Indeed. Well, I'd best take you away then.
Oh, wait, officer. From what I understand of this young boy's story, he was taken from the care of a Mr. Brownlow and forced to help the burglars against his will.
Is that so? Who by, young lad?
I'm afraid to peep, sir. If I peep, they will hurt me if I do.
Well, he's certainly been amongst bad uns. Peach indeed.
Oliver, my dear, don't be frightened. We will protect you.
You can't. Bill Sikes is
Bill
up.
Sikes? Well, that is a name I know. He's a violent man, I understand. You know a gentleman named Fagin? We shall see by and by. Just don't go anywhere for the time being, lad.
Am I to go to prison, sir?
No, this here lady will vouch for you.
She does.
Then I take my leave and I'll return at a more convenient time.
Indeed. Rose, Oliver has had enough excitement for today. Please take him to his room.
I will not.
My apologies again, Mom. Just doing my duty.
And now I must go about mine and fetch Mr. Brownlow here.
I would like to speak with him about some suspicions I have about that boy. The officer is not the only one to have noticed a similarity between Rose and Oliver.
What can you mean, Mother?
Well,
Oh, I must go.
good God! Now, who on earth are you?
Please, Ma'am, do not shout, or you'll bring the officer back.
And why should I not?
Because then he might take me away before I've had a chance to warn you.
Warn us of what?
Danger to Oliver.
What do you know about Oliver?
Enough and more. I'm about to put my life and the lives of others in your hands. For I am the girl that dragged Oliver back to Fagin's the night he went missing from the house in Pentonville.
You?
I, lady, for I live amongst thieves, and never since the moment my eyes and senses first opened on those London streets have I known any better life or any kind of words than they give me, so help me God.
You poor thing.
Dear sweet angel lady, it's a good job you had friends to care for you in your childhood, and that you were never in cold and hunger, riot and drunkenness and worse, as I have been since my cradle.
Oh, I pity you. It breaks my heart to hear you.
You would pity me if you knew what I am sometimes. Do you know a man named... You've stolen away from those who would murder me if they knew I was here tonight. Do you know a man named Monks?
No.
Nor I.
He knows you and this house, for it was by hearing him tell the place that I found you out.
I never heard the name.
Maybe he goes by some other name with you. The night that Oliver was put in this house, shortly after the robbery, I overheard talk between Monks and Fagin. Monks had seen Oliver the day we first lost him with two of our boys and knew him to be the child directly that he was watching for, although we didn't know why. A bargain was struck that should Oliver be returned, that Fagin would be given some money and more to make him a thief, for which Monks wanted for some purpose of his own.
What purpose?
Something about getting his money at last if it didn't go to the boy.
How extraordinary.
Even stranger, sir, he said that if he could take the boy's life without bringing his own neck into danger, he would. But as he couldn't, he'd watch him at every turn and arm him however he could. Fagin, he says, you've never laid such snares as I'll contrive for my younger brother, Oliver.
But his brother.
His very words. And then when he spoke of you and this other lady, he said it seemed contrived by heaven or the devil that Oliver should be placed in your hands. And he laughed, saying he'd take some comfort from that too, as he would stop you enjoying the money too.
But can he mean... No, I cannot speak of it now.
I've no more time, for I believe those that wish Oliver harm to be watching this house, which is why I took the chance of the officer's visit to call, as they would have made themselves scarce then.
Good God! The house watched!
You must get Oliver away from here as soon as you may, you must.
By God, we shall!
Why do you warn us, girl? Are you a friend to Oliver?
Well, I've not been a true friend, but I hope this may go to put some way to putting it right.
But you must tell the police what you know. Surely that's the only safe way.
I cannot. For the men I have told you of, there is one most desperate of them all that I cannot leave, not even to be safe from the life that I'm leading now.
Your coming here in so great a risk, Lorna, convinces me of the truth of what you have to say. Your evident contrition and sense of shame lead me to believe that you might yet be reclaimed.
Dear sweet lady, you are the first to have blessed me with such kind words. And had I heard them years ago, they would have turned me from sin and sorrow, but it's too late.
It's never too late for penitence and atonement.
I cannot leave him, I cannot be his death.
And for such a man as this, you resign every future hope and immediate rescue.
I do.
It's madness.
I do not know what it is, but it is so. Whether it's God's wrath for the wrong I've done, I do not know, but I'm drawn back to him through every sense of ill suffering and ill use. I must go back.
But if we should need to contact you, if Oliver should need your help.
Every Sunday night, from 11 until the clock strikes midnight, I shall walk London Bridge, if I'm alive. You may find me there.
Don't you go back to this gang of thieves and robbers? when a word could save you. At least let us give you some money so you can live without dishonour till we see you again.
Not a penny. I've stayed too long. God bless you, sweet ladies, sir. And as much happiness on your heads as I share my mind.
But wait, what on earth?
It's over!
Good God, what now?
I hope that girl's warning has not come too late. Harry, quickly make sure Rose is safe as well as Oliver. Oh, if he's hurt. And now I'm sure I know what connection he is to me and my house. Oh, I pray it is not too late.
He's safe but terrified. He saw something from the window that made him scream.
But what?
He just said, it's them, they found me.
Who has?
Mum, he's near hysterical, but I heard him name those he saw. Sikes and Fagin.
Harry, run as fast as you can and fetch that officer back. He cannot be far away. And bring some men from the village. We must get Oliver away at once.
I will.
What are we to do in the meantime, Aunt?
Bar the doors and arm ourselves with pokers and coal shovels, my dear. I, for one, am prepared to do all I can to defend poor Oliver Twist.
It's been days since we saw the boy taken from the house, Fagin. You should have let me take him then. You should have done.
With a police officer hard by and a score of farmhands and blacksmiths to defend him, you went over your fever, Bill. From the night you were shot. From the night you lost Oliver.
I couldn't help it. If I hadn't run, they'd have taken me too.
Maybe it would have been better for the rest of us if you hadn't.
So what do you mean by that, you old miser?
Sorry, Bill. I have let my mouth run away with me. Nancy was very attentive to you, and I'm so glad you've recovered from your wound. You owe her your life.
Oh, that's as may be, Fagin. But if we don't silence the boy, my life won't have been worth saving. And if I gets the drop, you won't be far behind.
Bill, my dear Bill, I think you worry too much.
I do not think you worry enough, Fagin.
What do you mean by that, Monks?
2 boys have been taken by Bow Street runners, attempting to pick a pocket.
Who's been taken? What was?
Charlie Bates and a certain Jack Dawkins.
The Dodger? Never.
They found his silver snuff box on him.
Oh, that was his. He was fond of a pinch of snuff. Mind you, I'll give the price of 50 to get him back.
He'll peach on his Fagin, he will.
Not the Dodger, never. And if he did, it will be a summary conviction. He'll be back within 6 weeks. And at the worst, it'll be transportation. He won't give us up for that.
Oh, he won't, I agree.
There you go, Bill. What did I say?
Charlie Bates, on the other hand, is telling all.
Now, what did I tell you, Fagin? We are blown.
We're double blown. Didn't I see Nancy coming out of the house in Chertsey just before Oliver was moved? I seen it with my own eyes.
Nancy? She's done for me, Fagin. Well, if I must aim for her. Oh, well, aim for her good and proper.
Bill, don't do anything rash. There may be another way.
You could go to hell, and I will see you there. Bullseye, with me.
I must save my skin, Fagin, but there's nothing to connect us. So if I never see you again, enjoy the drop.
Like that, is it, Mr. Monks? Or should I say Leaf? I know what connects you to Oliver Twist.
girl, were you followed here tonight?
Not as I know, sir, but I take great risk anyways.
I know. Listen, this young lady has told me what you told her almost a week since. At first, I had my doubts whether you were to be relied upon, but now I firmly believe that you are.
I am.
I trust you enough to tell you that we propose to extort the secrets if he can be taken from that man Monks. If he cannot be secured, you must deliver up the fence, Fagin.
Fagin? I would not. Devil that he is, but I would never do that.
Why ever not?
This lady knows my reason.
Then put Monks into my hands and leave me to deal with him.
And what if he turns against the others?
If the matter will rest, then they shall go free. There may be parts of Oliver's history we'd rather not be published outside our little circle.
And what if you do not learn the truth from him?
Then Fagin will not be brought to justice without your consent. I could show you reasons I believe that will convince you to agree.
Have I the lady's promise for that?
You have my true and faithful pledge.
Monks would never learn how you knew what to do.
Never. Intelligence would be brought to bear on him, but he could never guess how.
I've been a liar, and I've lived amongst liars, but I'll take your word. You can find Monks in the Three Cripples. Most nights, a low drinking place, near here. He is tall, strongly built, but not stout. He is tall, has a lurking walk, and constantly looks over his shoulder. His eyes are sunk deep into his head, and you may almost tell him by that alone. He cannot be more than 8 and 20, but he is withered, and he is haggard. His lips are disfigured with teeth marks, for he has fits and bites them, and covers his hands in wounds. Why do you start?
Never mind. Continue.
One more thing. Upon his throat, so high you can see a part of it below his neckerchief. When he turns his face, there is a broad red
mark, like a burn or scald.
Who is this? Do you know him?
I think I do by your description. You've been most valuable. What can I do for you?
You can do nothing for me. I'm beyond all hope indeed.
You put yourself beyond its pale. Let us aid you somehow.
I'm chained to my old life and I cannot leave it. I hate it now, but I cannot go. Fear comes over me again and I must return. Leave me be for now.
Perhaps we may speak again.
Next Sunday, sir. I cannot get away sooner than that.
Until next week, then. Come, Rose.
Goodbye for now, dear Nancy. At least let me give you some money.
Goodbye, sweet Rose. If you were to give me anything, then maybe a handkerchief, having belonged to you, or a glove you have worn. God bless you. Good night. Bill! What a fright you gave me, Bill. You walked me home, Bill.
Perhaps I shall. Perhaps I shan't. I thought I'd change you, Nancy. You were as bad as ever.
Why? What do you mean, Bill? Why do you look at me so strange?
Perhaps I have a touch of fever still, Nancy. Or perhaps you do. Perhaps you should let a little of your blood save the doctor the trouble, eh?
Bill, you look so odd. Perhaps you are a bit feverish. Come into the light so I can see you better.
Right enough for what I've got to do, Nancy.
Bill, I won't scream. Just tell me what I've done.
Oh, you know what you've done, you she-devil. You will watch tonight.
And spare my life for the love of heaven, as I've spared yours, Bill. I've been true to you.
True. I'll give you true! Also, you desert me now too, you cur. I'll do for you and all!
now. Wait. What is that? Rose, stay there. Good God. I think it is her. Don't look, Rose, don't look. Help! Police! Murder!
What to do?
Officer, a young girl has been murdered. I believe it was by Bill Sikes.
I think I've seen him. Half a minute ago after his dog. That's Nancy. God rest his soul, that's Nancy. Sikes has murdered Nancy! Oh, don't worry, sir. Everyone around here love Nancy. Sikes will find a friendly house from here to Ramsgate.
Rose. Rose. Rose, you must be brave. I will stand vigil with poor Nancy. If you take a message to Mr. Grimwig for me, bring Oliver here with you.
What do you need to do?
You'll see, my dear, you'll see. It's quite safe, my dears. The police have been. Well, it is safe. Oliver, I apologise for Rose having wake you at such a late hour. Or should I say early? Harry, I'm glad to see you too.
I will defend Rose and Oliver, come what may.
I hope it will not come to that. It appears Mr. Grimwick has found our quarry.
What's this? Who are these? You.
Monks.
Monks? No, this is Edward Leaford. He's known to me by that name at least.
By me too. But I suspected that he was monks. Oliver, you have confirmed it.
The answer to that, name of the three cripples.
You said if I came with you, I'd find out something to my advantage.
You may yet, if you cooperate.
What have you to say to me?
Mr. Leaford, I know some of the story, and I believe you know the rest. This child is your half-brother, the illegitimate son of your father, my friend, Mr. Edwin Leaford, by poor Agnes Fleming, who died giving him birth.
Yes, that is the bastard child.
That term, sir, reflects disgrace on none but you who use it. Can you tell me how he came to be born in the workhouse?
Some years back, my father, our father, took ill in Rome. He sent for his wife, my mother, from whom he'd been long separated. She took me with her. She just went to mind his property, for she had no affection left for him. Within a day, he died. Among his papers was some addressed to you, Brownlow, to be delivered after his death. A letter to the girl Agnes, and a will.
What of the letter? I never saw it.
Confessions, prayers to God. He told her some secret prevented him from marrying her, and she trusted patiently in him, until she trusted too far and lost what none could give back. When he died, she was only a few months from her confinement. He told her all he meant to do if he had lived, and prayed she did not curse him, or think their sin was visited on her or the child, for the guilt was his. He'd reminded her of a locket and a ring he'd given her, with a Christian name engraved on it, and a blank space left for the name he meant to give her.
I know of the will. He spoke of the miseries brought on him by his wife, and the vice and malice of you, his only son who'd been trained to hate him. He left you and your mother annuities of £800 each, but the bulk of the property was left to Agnes and their child, if it should be born alive and come of age.
The child would inherit only if it did not in his youth stain his name with any public act of dishonour, meanness, cowardice, or criminality. And the hope, he said, that the child would share her gentle heart and noble nature, not the mean spirit he feared he'd be passed on to you. He was disappointed in this, the money would come to you.
That's why you tried to get him involved in crime.
My mother burned the will, but I suspect a copy exists. She'd kept the letters and the proofs just in case. The girl's father, the widower Fleming, had the truth from her with his own violent hatred at it.
In his shame, he fled to a remote village with his daughter. Within a month, he was found dead in bed. Agnes had fled secretly months before. He searched for her everywhere, but the night he returned home, convinced she had destroyed herself to hide her dishonour, his heart broke.
Shortly after, your mother came to me, Leaford. After you'd left her at just 18, robbed her of money and jewels, gambled, squandered, forged and fled to London. She begged me to help find you and shared with me the particulars of the will. There was indeed another copy, Leaford, but with no information as to the whereabouts of Agnes or the child. The money was put into trust and the property lent to a mutual friend who, in her charity, took into her care the younger daughter of Fleming, the sister of Agnes. I did my best. I did not succeed in finding you until after your mother herself had died.
Mr. Brownlow, although I'm called Rosemary, my true surname is Fleming.
I know, my dear. And Mrs. Maylie is that friend indeed. And you knew this, Leaford.
I'm ashamed to say so. He came visiting often for a while, claiming some family connection. And although I made it plain I did not like him, he proposed marriage to me.
Why not? The money would be yours if your sister was presumed dead, or if the child was not found. Why should I not come at it by marriage, or theft, or blackening the boy's name? It's all one and the same. It should be my money.
I do not think so, Mr. Leaford. But you've done much good by chance, for your persistence has restored Oliver to his right name and family.
Daddy, you're my aunt, Rose.
So it would seem, my dear. But is there proof?
The locket and ring.
Bought from the woman, who's stolen from the nurse, who's stolen from the corpse. I should have thrown him in the river, but gold has a strange hold on me.
The portrait on your wall is also proof, I think, Brownlow. Edwin's own painting of his beloved Agnes Fleming. Your mother, Oliver.
So, what happens to me now? I have set others to crime, but done none myself.
Oh, I doubt that very much. But since you're Oliver's half-brother, and as we do not wish his history to be published outside our little circle, I'm inclined to let you go free. You may keep your annuity, sir, as long as you take yourself off to the New World or somewhere else very far away.
Suits me. I do have debts to escape, so a new name and a new life will suit me well.
I will make the arrangements, Mr. Brownlow. Mr. Leaford.
So, Oliver, when you come of age, you shall be a man of property. How will you like that?
I do not care much for property, sir. I'd rather be a man with friends.
And I think you have many of those too. Bless my soul, here come two more.
I come to find you, and your blessed housekeeper would insist on coming too. A policeman called with news that I thought you should like to hear.
I am all ears, Mrs. Maylie.
Well, you see, it's like this.
Sikes is taken.
Well, yes.
That is, he's dead, sir. And
My goodness, how can there have been a trial so fast?
oh, not a trial by law, sir. At least not earthly law. For he had no friends in the city on account of what he'd done. But he climbed to an attic window, threw some rope down to climb down with, leapt from the window, and got caught in his own noose and hanged himself.
Goodness.
Now you go to that man.
There is more news, Mr. Brownlow, which the policeman gave me. You see,
Fagin is taken too.
yes, that is what I was going to say.
Fagin taken?
On the strength of what a young Charlie Bates told them, searches were carried out, and as well as Fagin, much stolen property was recovered.
Including your books, Mr. Brownlow, sir.
Oh, I am here for that. Then why not hang?
It is possible in his case, but I think he'll still hang, but not without a proper trial.
He has done some good, though, sir. He handed over some papers concerning Edward Leaford, proving Oliver's right to his inheritance. He had them as protection in case Leaford, or Monks, I should say, should try to hold anything against him. His very words, the officer said, were, "In the end, I may do poor Oliver a little good after all."
And maybe you will not hang.
It's possible he may be transported, as is the case with your friend, Mr. Dawkins, but I think that's unlikely.
God is transported. I hope you will not fall.
Let us hope so. Now, Oliver, where should you like to live while you wait to come into your inheritance? With me, or with Mrs. Maylie and your aunt?
I cannot choose between the two of you.
Then perhaps you need not. The country air would do me good. I shall take a house in Chertsey near yours, Mrs. Maylie, and then Oliver can live in both houses as he chooses.
There may be a third house. I've taken the position of vicar there, and a parsonage with it. And if she says yes, I hope Rose will join me there as a new Mrs. Maylie.
Oh, Harry, I will.
Then it is settled. Our little circle shall make our lives complete in as many houses as will hold us, and all of them open together for our dear friend Oliver Twist.
Oliver Twist!
Thank you.